sorry. I knew that was going to happen too. Kimberly wanted me to unplug those because they were too loud. And I was like, I'm just going to turn them down. She's like, unplug them. And I was like, okay. And that's what happened.
That's what there's dials for.
Yeah, that's what I said, but that's all right.
Welcome to Pop Culture Partisans on the We the People Podcast Network. I'm Dan.
I'm Austin.
It's great to have you here.
Yeah.
It's really freaking great.
It's really good to be here.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
Well,
I know, it is. It's good to be here with you talking about stuff.
It is. I look forward to this every week.
Yeah, me too.
Every week's different.
Yeah.
We're wild cards among the We the People Podcast Network shows.
It's true. We're the renegades.
Well, we don't always talk about consistent things.
Right.
So I guess you got to like either me or you to listen.
Ideally both.
I mean, I'll take 50-50.
Okay. All right. All right.
So,
well, you know what? No, because if you don't like me, fuck off. And if you don't like him, fuck off. Like,
I mean, I don't like me most days,
but I like you.
And I mean, my therapist is telling me that I should change that, but
yeah,
that's a joke.
I was gonna say, you don't have a therapist.
Yeah, no, I can't afford that. Are you kidding me? Have you seen gas prices?
Yeah.
Starting off strong.
Yeah, I canceled my therapist before I canceled my Hulu.
100%.
Yeah,
yeah. They don't. They're not a recurring charge.
I don't have a therapist either.
Or Hulu.
I got rid of my Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah,
but you also got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Can you update us on how the Facebook dating has went?
I mean, we're still going strong.
Yeah. Success story.
Yeah.
So for all the people that are jaded out there.
Yeah. I mean, I think things are going well. I saw her last night.
Nice.
Got out the grill, made some burgers.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Nice. Only $18 burgers.
Yeah.
$24 beers.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I got the real good hard rolls. The ones that with the knot on them.
Oh, yeah.
I got from Hagedorn's. They were on special, so I got the real good hard rolls. You got to cut it. Real good, real fresh.
Oh, jeez, Ted.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Hagedorn's does do great things. They're not my favorite place, but
I do like Hagedorn's.
Yeah, they're all right.
That's my go-to. I prefer it over Wegmans.
Small time,
yeah.
Wegmans is nothing against Wegmans, as we've talked about before.
Yeah,
but Wegmans is a cluster to go into almost any time of the day.
I literally just went in there for beer like half hour ago, and it was nuts. Trying to check out with one item, I was like,
I almost want to just leave it on the floor at the checkout.
Right. When you see like all those lines and you're just like, I have one item.
Which I would never do because I'm not a scumbag.
Right. Turns out that self-checkout I was able to get through pretty
quickly. They have like 9 of them and
But I don't prefer the self-checkout.
No?
If there's an open line, I want to go through that.
Why?
I don't know.
See, I'm almost always okay, I do feel a pang of guilt when I walk by the cashier that's standing at the end of the aisle and I walk to the self-checkout.
Yeah.
But I still do it and I don't, lose sleep over it.
Sure.
But I do feel a little guilty. So I guess that's my conscious kicking and being like, the automatons they're coming.
It's just like I'm not working here.
Yeah.
I don't want to check out my own shit.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they'll give you bags for free.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice too.
Yeah.
Like almost every time I've ever checked out ever with a human.
Right.
After the Cuomo bag increase. You remember that? That was right at the beginning of COVID. It was like February 2020.
Dude.
And then for like a little while after, they're like, yeah, we're still going to do plastic bags.
Hagedorn's had them for a real long time.
Well, we got rid of plastic bags. COVID hit, but we feel bad. So we're going to wean these out.
Yeah.
Here's your
well, Wegmans jumped on that bandwagon like first. I think before the law was actually in effect, I think they were on paper bags.
Oh yeah, because they were also on paper straws too. Talk about useless things.
They are the worst. I do not care for paper straws.
That was one of those inventions that somebody came up with, but they never field tested.
Yeah.
Same with aluminum straws for that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
No bueno.
a little bit better. Still gross.
Yeah.
Just give me reusable plastic straws. That's not that hard.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
And if you're really complaining about it for like the fast food industry and things like that, it's like, why don't we tackle China first?
Yeah.
And then we'll come back to the plastic straws.
Right.
Everybody doing their part makes a big difference.
Does it?
Does it?
Yeah.
Not a climate denier, as the left would say.
Right. But
also
the plastic straws, is that the that's the kicker
at the forefront. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
It feels very like performative on the part of like these like places that do the paper straws. Like, see, we're for the environment.
It is.
Drink out of our plastic cups with our paper straws.
Well, and that's the same type of thing as the diversity and inclusion and equity mandates that a lot of these companies have put on their hiring process.
Oh, sure.
Reverse racism.
Yeah. Not being racist is the new racist.
Yeah.
That's a Community quote.
Apparently.
Boy, they were
ahead of their time.
Yeah. Community. That was like what, 2008?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. Like he really like they really called that like racism through trying not to be racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the grifters. It's coming full circle. You'll see it. It's all imploding on itself.
Yeah, probably.
You're seeing it right now with the Police Accountability Board. In our good friend
Connor.
Yeah,
I liked Connor.
I do too.
I know.
I have no gripe about him.
I feel bad that Connor's whatever, like not having a good time. I was like, I liked him.
As far as the majority of guests we've had on Jose's show, he's up there for me as far as like people that I genuinely enjoyed having on the show.
Yeah. It's very smart and like reasonable. And even though you don't necessarily agree with the things he says.
Yeah, not a lot.
But he at least can outline how he got there.
Yeah,
and
I
understand his
that.
Conclusions, even though if I don't agree with them. That's really all I ask.
Sure.
Is if you have like a strong opinion, just be able to tell me why.
Because somebody on Facebook told me so.
Right. And that's not reason enough. But if you can logically walk me through your like thought process, then even if I don't agree with your conclusion, I can at least respect it.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I don't know if I said it on the show or after the show, but I said it to Connor that I was really ready to not like him. I had done a little bit of research into him before the show. And I told him, I go, listen, man, like I was ready to come in here and just hate you. And he laughed at that, but I was like, but I don't, I obviously don't. So I don't know. I don't know what's actually going on with that situation. It's all a mess. However, just from a personal standpoint and knowing what seems to, I like to think I'm a pretty good judge of character.
Yeah.
I don't agree with what he does. I don't agree with the job he has. I don't agree with the whole shindig.
Boy, I felt better when he was there.
Yeah, sure. After talking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if the Police Accountability Board has to exist,
yep.
I felt better with Connor, making decisions.
Yeah.
Now that he's suspended, I don't.
Well, you heard the whole fiasco about it too.
Well, yeah.
It's growing more interesting by the day to me.
Yeah.
The unicorn thing is just wild.
Yeah. Which, to clarify, by the way, for anyone who is listening to Kimberly's show, a unicorn is not a bisexual.
No,
that's not what unicorn means.
No, it means a unique.
Right. Someone who is like a rare find.
Yes.
Yeah. That's all that means. Like someone who's like perfect
and that kind of means different things to different people.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I wanted to chime in and say that.
My unicorn is different than someone else's. I also felt like chiming in, but then I was like, I don't feel like explaining this right now.
It's okay. We'll let the younger generation come on later.
Yeah.
We'll take care of it. Don't worry.
Don't worry. We got you.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it sucks for him. But also, like I said, I hope it works out. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's lying at all. Maybe he's not. Or Maybe he is. I don't know. But
Right.
again, I think Kimberly brought up a good point. You don't just make it up.
Right. It was very specific.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like if you were going to make it up, it would be worse.
Yeah. Cause it didn't seem bad at all.
Well, I don't even know about that though. Like, cause like to the extent where she like kept, and I think that's the problem.
See, I've had experiences like that.
Making a pass at somebody is not the worst. It's once they say no, continuing to, that's where the harassment, that's my definition of like harassment.
And a lot of people, they're so quick to jump on the fact that, well, he's a man and she's a woman and it can't go that way. And it's like, that's such an antiquated way of thinking about it.
No, like 100% could go that way.
Even though I think where that comes from is just because the majority of times that it does happen, it is from a man to a woman.
Sure, of course.
I don't think that's an arguable point, but I think it happens
for sure.
more than you think the other way.
Yeah.
I had it happen to me
increasingly.
Yeah.
Just through the power dynamics.
And that's what it is. Yeah. It's the power dynamics of the situation. And as you get more and more women in positions like this, you'll see more and more. It has
absolute power corrupts absolutely. So
I would agree. Yeah. I think it's absent of gender,
right,
or whatever the fuck it is now. Sex, who cares?
Right.
No, I disagree, Lavelle. I don't think that
is on Urban Dictionary. I know exactly where you found that. But I don't think she was calling him a single female.
Is that because they use a strap on? It has to be a euphemism for a unicorn to be.
I think I assume it's actually probably a like sort of branch of what we were saying, in that I bet the swinging world is mostly dudes.
No, I think it's a euphemism for the horn is the dick, the strap on.
Yeah, it seems like a swing.
What do you say?
Right, because they're rare to find. That's what.
Okay, fair enough. Okay,
that's what I was saying.
Cool enough. Cool. I don't care. Connor can come back on the show whenever he wants.
Absolutely, Connor, come back out. Come on our show.
To be fair, we'll have both of you on.
Yeah, Connor, you don't even have to talk about PAB. Come on and talk about movies. It's fine.
Yeah, you can be on our show. We drink and talk about movies, unless it's today, which we talk about the Rochester, New York Police Accountability Board for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I have seen very little this week.
Yeah, boy, also I don't have as much this week as I did last week. Last week, for some reason, I had a ton.
Well, let me follow up with the Obi-Wan controversy.
Okay.
Because
have you continued watching Obi-Wan?
No, I haven't. I've just kept up with the controversy surrounding Moses Ingram there. And it's all come full circle, and it's just BS. To reiterate, it's the black actress that is the character that Disney created. She's the Inquisitor Reva.
Third sister?
Yeah. And it's what I've been seeing a lot is that this whole show is the bait and switch. It's titled Obi-Wan, but it's actually about this. And the more I see it, the more I remember the first 2 episodes and go back and look at them. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And that's not great.
I think that was a drinker's theory, right? Did you see that video?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But that's kind of the general feeling around.
Okay.
Or it's like Kid Leia's show, which I think that character is awful.
Probably. I haven't watched any of it.
Okay, so they have a child version of Princess Leia.
I heard something about that.
And nothing against the kid. She's young, real young.
Oh, sure.
I'm thinking she's 6.
Yeah. Don't be mean to the kid. Don't pull a Jake Lloyd situation.
No, but you're not.
People were shitting on Jake Lloyd for years.
Jake Lloyd was a much better actor in Phantom Menace than this girl is.
Sure.
She's a kid.
Jake
she's
Lloyd
a
is fine.
6-year-old. I can't imagine she's much older than that.
Of all the problems with Phantom Menace, Jake Lloyd was the least problem.
Yeah, right. Now this is pod racing.
Yeah. Go ahead, deliver that better, by the way.
Right.
That's not Jake Lloyd's fault that line is terrible.
Yeah, no. Yeah, well, I just wish he had been the Anakin in episodes 2 and 3. because he was
Jake
like,
Lloyd?
he was like overweight, like balding already.
Yeah. Like he had a hard time.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. He looked like he was 40 when he was 16.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah, people were mean.
But the show's bad. But the controversy is starting to come to light. And people are starting to recognize that, it's not about the fact that this character is black. It's about that the character is poorly written and that
annoying.
And it's shoehorned in. And I made the point last time, and I stand by it, that the character doesn't have to be black. She could be anything. Like she's not. And it's Star Wars, so really race doesn't matter. So race doesn't matter.
Right.
Like it's not Black Panther, which is even a dumber thing to me.
Right.
But if the actor in Black Panther was a white guy, it'd be like, yeah, that's kind of an issue.
Right.
However, she could be whatever.
Right.
This was a character, and she had no source material either because
Right.
she was a character that Disney made. So
Sure.
she could have been anything. But the more you see this, the more it looks like a ploy by Disney. The more people are starting to see it for what it is. And again, if the character was great, wouldn't have been an issue.
Yeah.
But this bait and switch tactic that they did with, hey, look, it's the Obi-Wan show.
Do you think that's what they're like trying to do is like, all right, these actors and characters are getting old. We have to introduce new characters so we can make new shows. But then every time no one likes the new characters, so the new show never happens.
Yeah, I mean,
there's somewhere in a drawer there's a pilot for Reva.
Yeah,
the Reva show.
They also made 3 movies with characters that people really didn't gravitate towards.
I still stand by. I think that fumble really happened at episodes 8 and 9 more than episode 7.
Yeah, I
like Finn's story in episode 7.
Yeah, it could have, except he talks about how he was a stormtrooper and then he's just like killing stormtroopers.
I don't think he does that much in.
Yeah, remember
7.
He takes that like whip thing.
Oh yeah. But so he like fights like one guy who calls him a traitor.
Yeah, but like,
I guess in that movie, I think it's not as casual like murdery as episodes 8 and 9 when he's just murdering stormtroopers left and right.
Was that episode 7 that he has a confrontation with Captain Phasma, where he's like, "Oh yeah, look at me! It must be because Han Solo's there."
Right. But earlier in the movie, they established that him and Phasma butt heads.
Yeah, but like she's like one of the top dogs, and he's like a nothing.
Right. And also that's the joke.
I don't know. John Boyega. Star Wars overacts. Yeah, almost all of Star Wars, not just John Boyega. And
I'm not saying episode 7 is amazing. I'm just saying I think
it's garbage.
It would have been fine if they had executed.
I disagree fully.
I know, but like different.
Who shoots first? Do you shoot first? Or do I shoot first?
Yeah,
I'm so funny, stupid. It sets the tone.
Did not annoy me as much at the time.
Oh, it annoyed me a lot. It threw me out of the mood for the whole movie. Huh. I was like, this is dumb. And then you've got Rey like, I'm gruff. No, you're not. You're like 5'2" and 120 pounds. You'd be eaten alive. But whatever.
Yeah. By the way, guys can be bisexual, Lavelle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why not?
Can anyone?
I don't understand why. Like, of course, guys speak.
Well, I think
do you not know what bisexual means?
I think the real question is, can anyone be bisexual now? Because who the fuck even knows what that means?
Oh, it's attracted to both males and females.
Yeah, but what's a male?
You can be cis males. If that's the term they use, like that still exists.
Yeah, but if I was born a female, I could be a cis female according to them.
Right. Well, no.
Yeah.
No.
If I want to be.
No, that's not what cis means.
Yes, I could, because I would be straight, and then I would like guys.
No, it's still a different thing.
Nope, it's not. Nope, and now you're just a bigot.
Okay.
I identify as understanding what this means. No, but that's what it is. That's Matt Walsh from the Daily Wire just came out with the documentary.
I don't like Matt Walsh.
Oh, I do.
I know you do.
Why not?
Yeah, I find him condescending and too Christian.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Condescending. Condescending first and foremost. I dislike him for the same reason I dislike Colbert.
Yeah, but there's some self-awareness to Matt Walsh. His name is Matt, so
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of good Matts. I know a couple.
No, I don't think it has any real bearing.
I'm being facetious.
I know,
but yeah, no, I like it. He came out with a documentary, "What Is a Woman?"
I know.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I haven't watched it.
You should. Well, you probably can't because it's you have to be a subscriber to the Daily Wire,
which I'm not. I don't like Matt Walsh.
Yeah. Well, who do you like more, Ben Shapiro or Matt Walsh?
I don't really care much for Ben Shapiro either.
Yeah. He's more of the Jew.
That's nothing to do with that.
Yeah, sure it's not.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh.
But it's fantastic because it shouldn't be a documentary. Like it shouldn't have needed to
I
be
saw the
asked.
trailer for it.
It's great. I love it.
Okay.
Love it. Yeah.
Did you so you watched the
yeah.
documentary?
It's great.
Okay. Like is it
very well done? The trailer doesn't do it any justice.
How would you compare it to the Mules documentary?
So factual.
Okay.
Rooted in reality. And then actually trying to prove something that is a provable thing.
Yeah.
And I also think like Biden can suck it for all I care. I don't think he legitimately won the presidency allegedly. I think there was a lot of foul play involved, but I don't think it's what people think it was.
Yeah.
I also know plenty of people that actually did vote for Biden.
Right.
And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Trust me, I'm not a Biden supporter in any capacity, but I do believe that there are people that voted for him.
No, they absolutely are. There are people who voted for him.
Yeah, probably like 7.
I think a lot of people every Democrat voted for him.
Well, so on the Inside Outtakes, Bo Burnham has a 30-second song that says, "Are you really going to make me vote for Joe Biden?"
Yeah.
How is the best case scenario? Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's because if you're a left-leaning Democrat, you looked at it, and I think that's how a lot of people felt. He's like, fuck.
Yeah, I think people didn't necessarily vote for Joe. They voted against Trump.
Yeah, which I think was
there was a lot of spite votes.
Yeah, which was dumb because I think Trump did a lot of good things.
Sure.
I actually don't think I know he did a lot.
But he was an asshole, and that's it. That's enough.
Yeah, but like
he was an asshole.
Yeah,
that's it.
Well, that's what they think.
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
he was an asshole.
It's kind of your opinion on Matt Walsh, though.
Yeah,
yeah.
Matt Walsh is an asshole.
Yeah, but I think he recognizes that. There's a lot of self-awareness about it.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, like, if you dealt with people screaming, go fucking die in a hole all day long, I think you'd be a little bit of an asshole too.
Sure, probably.
Yeah.
So, like, Matt Walsh can do whatever he wants, and like, I respect him having a platform.
Yeah.
But I just won't watch it.
No, you don't want to watch What Is a Woman? It's very good.
I wasn't planning on it.
Oh. It's the most important documentary.
Seems very one note.
Oh, it's not. And that's what's so good about it. Because, yeah, you're right. It shouldn't be. What is a woman?
And then they go, oh, I don't want to say that. And then they walk away.
Yeah, but it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, what is a woman? Well, I'm not a biologist.
Right. And that's everything in the trailer was, whoop, 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 and then they walk away.
It's because they can't answer it.
Right.
And then they turn around and they ask
and that's the point of the thing. I get it. But I feel like I got it from the trailer.
Yeah, so it's yeah, but it's not. It's more than that. So if you do have a minute, you should watch it.
Okay, I'll think about it.
And I think he's less asshole-ish and condescending in this than on his daily podcast or whatever. But there is a part of it that delves into like people that have transitioned and the feelings they have about it, or if they've regretted it or
oh, sure. That's a huge thing. Absolutely.
And that part is taken very seriously and is very well done, which was not a side that I was expecting to see in this. I was expecting this to be him in a crowd in parades and marches, which there is a part of that.
So sort of a Crowder type.
Yeah. You know, it
video?
changed my mind.
Yeah.
But he does a lot of one-on-one interviews, and he does one in particular with somebody, and I can't remember their name, but somebody who looks very passively male, who transitioned from female to male, I guess.
Yeah. Male adjacent.
And they tell their story, and it's didn't expect it to impact me emotionally like it did, but it did. So
I believe it.
It's like, oh, okay. There's a human element to it that I think gets lost.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But
I believe you. Like I don't know. I'm sure it's good.
I guess if it wasn't like immediately on my radar, I wouldn't have watched it though, because I just don't care.
Right. That's another thing is like
I understand.
I feel like I get the point already.
Uh-huh.
And so like I guess that's another problem I have with it in general is I feel like it's already talking to the audience that agrees with it.
Well, I think that's everything in the political realms these days.
Right. That's my same problem with like liberal, documentaries too, by the way. Like
yeah, but also, okay, so if you're on the left,
they're not going to watch it.
Answer the question. Because it is just a question. That's what this whole thing was spawned out of. Was, what is a woman?
Right. That what's it, the Supreme Court?
Kentanji Jackson. Yeah. But just answer the question. And he's been on Dr. Phil and he's been on these other shows, and he's asked people, well, what is a woman? And he'll give his definition of it.
What's he say? XY?
Somebody with XY chromosomes.
Sorry, with XX rather.
Ovaries that has, or whatever, something like that, biologically based.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, well, that's, you want to see my genitalia. One of the major points of the documentary is that there's a medical business that's profiting off of this, basically manipulating people into cutting up their bodies.
Oh, sure. I'm sure there's money to be made in the transgender.
It's not about, it's not about what people can do to their bodies. It's about what the medical companies are doing to people's bodies for profit.
Right.
And that's where he stakes his, fence post.
Right.
But anyways.
Yeah.
You watch anything this week?
I did watch. I watched season 2 of
You're Black. Oh, The Boys.
The Boys.
So did I.
You watched season 2?
Yeah. No, we're on season 3.
I had not watched season 2 before.
Okay. Give me your thoughts.
It was very good. I like The Boys.
Okay.
I think it's a good show. It's very smart. It's very cynical and fun. Particularly I thought season 2 was great. I thought season 2 was really solid.
Really?
Yes. I know you had some issues. I'm curious what your issues with it were. Do you remember? It's been a while since season 2.
No, I don't remember season 2. I remember the character of
Stormfront.
Stormfront I really liked.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay.
I also did not know, a little sidebar, she's the actress that is in Welcome to Flatch that plays opposite of Sean William Scott.
I've never seen that movie.
It's like a mockumentary.
Oh, okay.
Fairly new. Anyways, really like the character of Stormfront sometimes, and then also other times not at all. I thought she was like thrust in there, and then I just thought I thought the real world commentary was overdone.
Okay. I see. I don't know if I agree with that. I thought it was like pretty, like, because it was always. Actually, I have some of the. I also watched the first 3 episodes of season 3, and I felt like that sometimes the commentary was not organic.
Yeah, it was very.
Whereas I felt like season 2, it all played into the world and into itself.
Okay,
if that makes sense. So there's this running gag of like girls get it done,
right?
In season 2, where like this like the idea of feminism is taken like co-opted by this corporation.
Yes.
And I thought that was hilarious.
Okay.
Because it was all like it was so like seedy and gross.
Yeah.
Like because and that's what like corporations do. Like right now it's Pride Month. And you see like these corporations, suddenly everything's rainbow. And you just feel like it all feels so fake and like focus tested.
Yes.
And like, and so that's that like the Boys season 2 felt like that Girls Get It Done thing felt like that to me. Like where they're because there's always like those like people who are like, all right, no, that like there's a bit where they're talking about like, oh well, in a lesbian couple, one should be sort of a typical, masculine lesbian, and one should be a typical feminine lesbian.
Are you talking about the Black Mauve like storyline?
Queen Maeve and
Queen Maeve
and her.
Yeah, God, she's like not. Have you noticed a little sidebar? She's not in season 3, like all but like a few minutes.
Yeah, I did notice that actually.
Yeah, weird, but anyways. That's how long it's been since I've seen her because they mentioned her once.
Yeah, she showed up like once or twice.
Twice, and once she's not in costume, so you're like, "Oh, is that?"
Yeah, I did notice that. It took me a minute to figure out who that character was.
Same. Anyways, so yeah, the real world commentary on feminism.
So I thought like, and then they even end like season 2 with the girl fight.
Yeah,
but it felt like it was like mocking that, like so it worked for me, like because it wasn't like a serious like the Avengers style, like when in Endgame when all the female heroes line up, that shot that I'm talking about, and it's just like like this will play well to the focus groups who
put that in the trailer.
Yeah. Like and then in the Boys, because also. Like in the Avengers, that's like it's very like clean and like, but then in the Boys, they're like curb stomping, like kicking her fucking teeth in, which so it's like funny,
right?
However, that brings us up to season 3.
Did you watch it all within like the course of a day?
Yes,
I find that the Boys is very easy to just turn on and
to the point where I feel like I might wait. Like, I don't think I'm going to watch the episode on Friday.
I am, but
okay. Maybe for the show I will. But
it's very easy to watch the entire thing.
Right. Since our last show, I watched all of season 2.
Yeah.
And season 3.
So I guess that should say something. It is an engrossing show.
Yeah.
Whether or not you enjoy it might be a different topic.
And so I guess to sort of wrap up that point we were making about like the commentary on like modern feminism, but like in season 3, they sort of like participate in it a couple times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking? Because it's characters who aren't the corporate shills doing it this time.
Yeah. It's like,
and so it doesn't feel organic because it doesn't feel like anything anybody would actually say.
Yes.
And however, that only happens. I only remember like 2 instances of it over the course of these 3 episodes. And maybe A-Train's storyline has its own things. Although I don't know, like
it goes back and forth because sometimes
like I agree with like the fakeness of his like,
and they call that out,
right?
But then they're still doing it, and you're like,
right? It's where like it's kind of an yes. It's
man.
It doesn't quite have the.
If you really want to make a difference, come down and coach some basketball with me. It's like shut the fuck up.
Right.
That's like what his brother says.
This show is not the vehicle for actual like activism.
No.
It
shouldn't be.
It's the show makes fun of like corporate activism.
Yes.
And that's its strength. Like the sort of Disney passive progressivism. And so I don't know, but it wasn't enough to like ruin season 3 so far for me. Because anytime like Homelander's doing shit,
I was just gonna say, if there is something that will always make this show shine, it's Carl Urban and Anthony Starr.
Exactly.
Holy
They're
crap.
so They have one scene in season 3 together, and it's the best fucking
easily
scene.
100% hands down, and it's like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
and it's so like, and they're not doing anything; they're talking.
No, they're literally talking at a table.
Yeah,
Carl Urban is drinking tea.
Yep. He's, and you know what? Like, Jack Quaid is what he is. I can't think of the other guy. He's not
Frenchie?
He's like Filipino. Yeah,
he's French.
Well, yeah, I realized that after I said it. He's really good, and Kimiko there,
yep.
that actress,
the black
really
guy,
well.
Mother's Milk. It's always fun.
So they're all fine, but man, Anthony Starr and Carl Urban,
they're just so
they're so good, and they're so like they're I don't know if charismatic is the right word, but they are captivating.
They are charismatic. Absolutely. Like, Homelander is charismatic. He's a monster, but he draws your attention to every word he says.
So he has a scene with A-Train there in the hallway with the smoothie.
Yes.
And and he's such a psychopath, Homelander, that you don't really know.
It creates tension on any scene he's in, because he could kill and might kill any person in said scenes.
It has established that. I don't know how it's going to go, because the whole premise of season 3 is, how are we going to kill Homelander? They set that up at the end of season 2.
I was thinking, I feel like I want season 3 to be like the end. Homelander is the final boss. He has to be.
Yeah, you can't have the show without him.
No.
And I would be upset if they did.
Yeah, it just wouldn't work.
No.
Yeah, if Carl Urban and
Jack Quaid.
No, I was gonna say, if Carl Urban and Homelander kill each other,
I'm fine with that.
And then the show keeps going.
Oh no.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like that would be the worst case scenario.
No, the show ends, and then it like gives you a little dick tickle of the kid becoming like one of the two, and you don't know which way he's gonna go.
Yeah.
That's all I need. I don't even need the next show. I just that's
right.
Leave
like
it on
I have
that.
no interest in watching Diabolical. Have you seen anything about that?
I've tried to watch it about 4 times.
I haven't tried it all.
They're all independent story
anthology.
Yeah. So no, I haven't watched it, but it's an animated series.
I don't know. You know what? I looked it up on IMDb, and they're
supposedly pretty good.
There are like 2 episodes that are like heads and shoulders rated above the rest. I might just like go for those 2.
Cherry pick those.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which you can do with anthologies, which is nice.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. The Boys is certainly it. I don't remember it. It always has been, but I don't remember it being this gory.
I was gonna say, I feel like they might have stepped up like the gore per episode.
I don't think so, because do you remember? Now that I'm thinking about it, remember the whale?
Yeah. But that's once.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I feel like already in season 3,
oh my gosh,
it's been a bunch. Like the termite kill.
Oh my god,
is so fucking nuts. You know, that was a set, by the way. Like, they built that for like the guy to walk through.
The urethra.
Yeah.
Not to give it away, but
yeah. I love the Ant-Man. I love like the Boys versions of other
so what got
characters
me for that that might have been episode 1, right?
That was episode 1 for sure.
So on Amazon Prime, it flashes on the top of the screen the rating for the show, and then why it's rated that. So like language, substance use, nudity, graphic images, gore, right? And I saw that and I was like, nudity?
There's been
where are the boobies gonna be?
There have been some like nudity in the show before.
No, there has, but I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, boobies. Love them. Nope, it's a dick. Giant dick.
It's a dick. It's a naked guy and it with another dick.
Yeah. Multiple naked dicks.
Yeah.
Not exciting. I was very
no, let me tell you, I was extra flaccid.
Yeah, I was like, oh. Nope.
Through
the Jergens bottle across the room.
Done with it.
Just kidding.
But
can't afford jerkins.
No, but so I'm excited for the rest of season 3. I think the boys
I don't know how
is
many episodes
consistent.
there's going to be.
8, I think.
Okay, so there's 5 more.
Yep.
New episodes every Friday next month. End of July is the end.
So I'm ready for that. I've liked what I've seen so far.
So do you think they're going to kill Homelander?
Man, even the end of episode 3.
Yeah.
Really raised the urgency of it. I feel like.
I hope he just goes full nuclear.
He has to. That's what they're building up to. There has to be a point where, spoilers, the airplane footage gets leaked.
Well, he said it. He goes, leak it.
Right.
Which I always thought you know what's great about that scene in particular is that's what I thought he should say. I thought about it in my head before this scene happened. I was like, he should just fucking say it.
Yeah.
Who cares? Just say it.
Well, that's what they've been.
It blew my mind.
Building up to for 2.5 seasons.
But that was like, oh yeah, he's doing what logically he should do, which is such a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. That's what I love about this show.
Oh
is that it's always feels logically consistent.
Yeah.
And the characters are all organic and they all work together and it all works.
I don't know how I feel about the whole Huey and old Vanessa Hudgens storyline. I don't know what her name actually is. Valerie.
Oh, the AOC.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that storyline. It seems kind of BS to me.
They set it up a bit in season 2.
Yes. With the end.
No, well, with the head exploding.
Right.
Scene. That was in the middle-ish.
Yeah, and then it has faded away and it's come back and
I don't know. I think it could.
Is she gonna be the one that kills Homelander?
I don't know if she could.
That's true.
She'll try. She will try no matter what. And then she's gonna get lasered.
Is it bad? I'm rooting for Homelander.
Yeah, until the very end.
Yeah, right.
You want to see him go full evil.
Well, because also
before his fall,
you kind of sympathize with him on some of it.
Yeah,
he's that's the thing
with every character has some sort of sympathetic quality.
Right. They really
great.
Did a number on Butcher in season 2 about making him likable.
Yeah.
Season 1, he's just a brute.
Right, which is great, by the way. Though.
Yeah.
Season 1 might be the most consistently.
But season 2, you're like, this character is interesting. I don't like the ass pull of season 3 of the 24-hour.
Oh yeah, that seems to come out of nowhere.
Temp V, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of.
Is it actually temporary though? Because he was an ongoing thing.
And so maybe they play it off that way, but also it's for 24 hours. It's how do you know that?
Right. Well, they've been working on it. There was a whole plot line in season 2 about them testing shit.
But it just seems
which, by the way, that was a great sequence.
And then he got 3 vials, and they're not important enough to keep on his person at all time. He puts them in a cookie jar. What's wrong with you?
Well, he was gonna dump them out at first.
I know. I don't understand. You don't know if that stuff's toxic.
Right.
Give it to a cat first or something. I think
that seems dangerous. He did get laser eyes. You don't want a cat just.
Yeah, but better to know.
Yeah.
Just put it in a lead box or something.
Best
part about Homelander is that he has no real weakness. It's not like a Superman that he has kryptonite.
Yeah. Because he's a person.
Right.
Which is great.
Yeah. Well, sort of, not really. More of a lab creation.
Right.
I love the whole.
He's not an alien, as rather.
I love the investigating into the infantile nature of Homelander.
Yeah.
And how he's one
of the things I feel like they haven't really done much with in season 3, but it was all throughout season 2 was Homelander is a weird sex pervert.
They haven't done a lot of that in season.
No, 3. But all through because in season 2 he had the breast milk thing.
Yeah.
There was the bit with Doppelganger.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth Shue.
Fucking weird.
Yeah. But it was so good and weird.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like, God, it's so fucking skeevy and gross.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's part of it is the juxtaposition between he's supposed to be like the best of us.
Yeah.
And
but he's like the most broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extremely perverted and disgusting.
The scene on the rooftop in season 3 was amazing. When he finds out Stormfront died.
I like his
like his. Do you notice like his first line when he found out Stormfront killed herself was like, "It's my birthday."
Yeah. Well, so the interaction between him and Stormfront when she goes, "Nobody suffers more than you," as she's giving him a hand job
with her one hand that she has because the other one's like numb.
And they pan to it, and it's such a weird pan because they pan from the hand job to she has no arm. It's cut off from like elbow down. You're like,
she's with the one hand she's got.
It can only open one eye because she's burned.
Yeah, she's all fucked up. I don't think she has legs or something like.
Yeah, and she's like,
she looks like Darth Vader.
Yes,
outside of like
pretty close. Yeah, with like the limb loss and everything.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's what they were going for.
Could be. Yeah, like she looks like she should be on like a mountain going, "I hate you."
But yeah. I have the high ground.
Yeah.
But yeah, Homelander's dialogue during that is just so he cannot see anybody but himself.
I love every time, like even when he was interacting with Ryan every time in season 2, it was always like, "Oh, I'm not mad." Like after Ryan shoves him, and like says, "I hate you," and he's like, "I'm not mad. What? Like this is good." He's just totally
just has no ability to understand human emotion.
Yeah, he has no empathy.
Yeah. Whatsoever. And assumes that everybody only has sympathy for him.
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing, like to have both of those things.
Yeah.
Because he understands sympathy enough to know that people should give him that.
Yeah.
But also does not feel for anyone.
Right.
So that's a weird
race in a lab.
Yes. It's a weird combo. Great show though. I'm looking forward to the rest of season 3.
Yeah. I think I think there will probably be a couple more moments of like shitty
Amazon Prime shillness.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so far I don't think it's enough to like detract from the overall quality of the program.
I don't think so either. I think you're reminding me of how much I probably actually did like season 2.
Yeah.
But I thought about it at the time and was like, this is.
Well, it's not as immediately like focused and good as season 1.
I would agree with that.
But there's enough sprinkled throughout. Like I actually also really liked the Deep's like weird foray into Scientology.
Oh, that is something that that's probably my like surprise like of season 3.
It's the Deep.
Yeah.
The Deep. So I think consistently the Deep has been like a fun character because he's not a good person. But is he somehow sympathetic?
Well, yeah, but right. So do you believe that he's not a decent person now? Or is it only because he's compared against Homelander and he has a lot of scenes with Homelander?
Yes.
Is he not as bad as
because he is also a selfish person.
But do you think he's gotten better, or do you think it's because of how they've compared him that he seems not as bad? Do you think? What do you think?
I think that is closer. Like because there's still like there's a great scene in season 3 where he's fucking his wife and he's like looking at the octopus.
Well, that pays off later.
I know, which is so good.
Fuck. That scene like got me.
Have you watched a show called Preacher, by the way?
No.
You should. It's written by the comic book was created by the same guy, Garth Ennis.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that very similar things where like there's a lot of characters who are like reprehensible, but they're very like they're still charismatic and you still somehow sympathize with them.
Okay.
Sorry, that was just a tangent, but
I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, Preacher. It's surprisingly. By the way, though, I've only seen season 1. There's 4 seasons, but anyway,
hopefully season 3 ends out well for the boys.
Yeah, yeah. I have high hopes. I think it'll be fine.
Did you watch anything else real quick before we end off here?
I watched a couple more episodes of Better Call Saul.
Still good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a consistently quality program. I guess take a second to answer Lavelle here.
I didn't even know a new one was coming out. I'm not gonna lie.
Ragnarok? You haven't heard about it?
Nope. Not even a little.
Okay.
Don't have a PS5. Can't get one. So
it's coming to PS4.
Yeah, but I don't want to play it on that shithole.
I know. Yeah, by the way, even 2018 God of War plays in 4K 60 on a PS5.
It's free on PlayStation Plus on the PS4.
It is.
Yeah.
Which is a little annoying because it is, if you've owned a PS5,
is it free on PS5?
Yeah. So if you have PlayStation Plus and you have a PS5, there's the PlayStation Plus collection, which is 20 games.
Okay.
That you can they're PS4 games, but you can have them on your PS5.
First party games?
Yep. Yeah. God of War. I think Horizon Zero Dawn. There's a lot of them. Persona 5. Crash Bandicoot trilogy. The Last Guardian.
Catherine Full Body.
No, not Catherine Full Body.
Speaking of weird fetish.
That's a weird game. Have you ever played Catherine?
Yeah.
That's a weird game.
Played it on the 360 back in the day.
Yeah.
2014.
Yeah. That's Catherine's interesting.
It's the nerds game.
Yeah, well, it's made by Persona team.
Yeah. It's very strange. But anyway, so they came out with all these games on the PlayStation Plus.
Right. So already in my collection of like digital games, I already have God of War because it was already a PlayStation Plus thing for me.
Yeah.
So making it just a regular PlayStation Plus game is a little wonky.
Yeah, I understand that. But also at the same time, I didn't have it.
Okay.
I don't have a PS5. So if you don't have a PS5, you don't already have it.
Unless you already got it because it's been out for 5 years.
Right. So you could buy it for $14.
Right. It's been on sale a million times. Like to the extent where I feel like most people who are like really interested in it probably played it.
Yeah, I tried to play it. I
loved it. It's one of my favorite PS4 games.
I actually think one of the next games I play is going to be Salt and Sacrifice.
Oh, the follow-up to
Salt and Sanctuary. Yeah, I'm going to see how I like that. I might give that a few hours.
I never made it through Sanctuary. It's good though.
I played a little bit of it. I liked it a lot. So I'm wondering, and now like I won't go back and play that. I'll just play the newer one.
I have a physical copy of it.
So do I.
Nice.
I'm ready for Darkest Dungeon 2 to come out of beta and come to console because that's been out for a while on what it's not Steam, it's the other one.
Epic?
I don't think so. I think
Origin.
It's no, it's one of the other services.
GOG.
I don't know. But Darkest Dungeon 2 has been out for a while. But I'm ready for it to come to PS4, PS5.
Okay.
When I get a PS5 eventually. 4 years from now.
Yeah.
So that's just ridiculous that I can't go buy one now.
Thanks,
Joe.
And if next time I get like an email, because I've gotten a couple times where I've had the opportunity to get
So have I, and I've missed it every time because they email me like 3 hours before. I'm not checking my email every 3 hours.
Right.
Like,
so if I see one, I'll get it for you.
I also might just buy an Xbox at this point.
Well, before next show, I think Xbox is going to have a big showcase of their stuff. So we might talk about that next week.
I don't know that I'm excited for anything from PlayStation.
New God of War looks good.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it.
PlayStation just had a big state of play like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't say anything about God of War.
No, it was a third party one. So that like the Resident Evil 4 remake they announced.
I could have sworn they already did that. There's been so many Resident
Evil. They did
Evil
2 and
remakes,
3.
Which I like that they're going chronologically there.
Yeah. 2, by the way, is the 2 remake is the best Resident Evil game.
Oh,
2 remake is fucking incredible.
I don't like Resident Evil, so I don't care.
I didn't until the 2 remake. It hooked me to the point where I then played 3 remake, 7 and 8.
I
did you try 7?
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
Do you remember we played it in VR and I was frozen in that first room? I'm like, I can't move. I can't go out.
The next time I played it, I was only able to finish it not in VR.
No, I'd have to wear a diaper. I'd poop myself.
I don't know. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I'm sure it's great. And for the people that like it, I can appreciate it. It's just not for me.
Okay.
I like Dead Space, and that's like the extent of
2 felt very Dead Space because it's like the same perspective, like the over the shoulder. It's not first person.
See, I like that. The first person gets me.
Yeah. Try if you ever have a chance to play 2 remake,
maybe
give it a shot.
I have Resident Evil 2, the original version of it, and the GameCube version.
Don't play those. They're the tank controls.
Yeah.
The modern controls like are the difference.
Do you remember what was the PS4 game? The demo.
PT.
Yeah.
I still have it.
Talk about things that you need diapers for.
PT is so fucking good.
So good.
PT might be the best horror game.
Yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't outstay its welcome.
Exactly. It's like perfect. It is a perfect little horror experience.
I still have it too. If you have a PS4,
they won't let me play it on my PS5, even though I have it on an external hard drive.
Huh.
Where I have the rest of my PS4 games.
So you'd only be able to play it on your PS4.
Yep.
Weird. On your PS4, not just a PS4. Well, maybe.
On any PS4, because I'd have to sign in though.
Right.
With my account.
So it's to your account. So you can still sell an account with PT for like $1,000.
Yeah. But it's tied to my account where I have.
Had I known.
Oh, I would have just made accounts left and right.
Well, because, so you would have had to spend $10 for the month of PlayStation Plus.
PT wasn't a PlayStation Plus.
That's right. It was a demo.
So
you could have just made accounts.
Yeah, but by the time you knew that you should have done that, it was too late.
How is this not? Is it not available anywhere?
It's not available anywhere. Yeah, it's not.
That's wild to me.
Yeah, it's a digital collectible.
See, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the whole thing, it's interesting, just like the police accountability thing. It just keeps going deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
Like the 1776, or what was it called?
Yeah,
it was something like that.
Studios, yeah.
Yeah. 776 or something like that.
Like, have you heard anything about Blue Box?
Yeah.
You know, that there's another, because that's one of the reasons why people believe Blue Box is Kojima.
Okay.
Because he's already made
before.
He's done like fake studios.
Yeah. I believe it.
Yeah, and the guy Hassan Karaman, if you put his name into Google Translate, it translates to Hideo from like Turkish.
Come on now.
But
he's coming out with a new game. Did you see that?
Yeah. Well, Norman Reedus leaked it. Like in an interview, he was like, "Yeah, I'm working on a new game with Hideo Kojima." And Hideo was like, "Norman, what did you do?
Oh, what did you do?
Norman!
This is not the game we are working on.
Norman, I didn't tell him yet. No bueno.
No. Nailed it. Yeah. Well, after the objective failure that was Death Stranding.
Was it objective failure?
People don't like it.
I know a lot of people who like it.
Yeah, but the general consensus
is
that it was a failure. Don't look at the scores. Doesn't matter.
I'm not looking at the critic scores.
I'd be interested to see if it's above 75.
Okay. Okay. So
I know the critic scores are decent.
Okay, so
7.3.
7.3. Okay,
failure.
It seems Is that an objective failure?
Yeah, I think so. I think anything below an 8 is
okay. I see.
For a Hideo Kojima game.
To me, it's divisive.
I don't think people get it.
Well, here, look at the. All right, so you look at the user reviews.
Yeah,
it's positive or negative.
Right, there is no middling.
Yeah, it's either a 10 or a 0. And I think that's what it is. So I don't know if it's an objective failure per se. It's rather it's not a commercial hit though.
No, well, and people call it the walking simulator.
That's because that's what it is though.
Yeah. But
I want to actually play it. I was actually just thinking the other day I was going to try it.
I've had the thought many times. All right, we'll play it before next week.
Okay.
I have it on digital.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I have I got the one with the PS5 upgrade.
Cool. So we'll play it before next week and we'll tell you our actual thoughts on Death Stranding.
Cool. That gets me looking at an actual reason because it's been installed.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had it installed for a while too, and I'm like, I don't want to start that.
Right.
I don't have the
that initial oomph. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The goiter.
No, I like this though. I'm glad. All right.
Yeah, we can do that.
Do it up.
And there was another thing I was going to watch too, but I can't remember. I'm really excited for Stranger Things season 4 part 2 to come out. July 1st is when it comes out.
Okay.
I'm ready for it. I actually been thinking about it a lot. Like, I'm ready. I think season 4 part 1 is the best Stranger Things since season 1.
Interesting.
Easily.
Yeah, I didn't love season 1. Season 1 is fine.
Well, season 1 is a great standalone. Like, good. That's it.
Yep.
It should have been there.
Fine.
And they really didn't find their footing in season 2 or season 3, in my opinion.
I don't like any of the kids.
No, the character. Well, in the best,
because I don't like. I
don't like Finn Wolfhard, and he, somebody made a post on one of those YouTube shorts, and I saw it, and it was like him during an interview, and he's like shaky, and he's like, you could tell he's like got social anxiety or whatever. It's like, oh God, he probably doesn't deserve the hate that he gets.
Oh, for sure. Don't be mean to Finn Wolfhard.
No, but the character is shit.
Yeah.
I don't like Mike or whatever his name is.
He's also annoying in it.
Well, I wish he was just a kid. Like, don't be an actor.
Right.
Like, that's just do other things. But also, you know what? Fine. He's got more money than I'll ever have.
Right. So whatever. Good for him.
Good for him. Fuck it.
Let him exist.
Fuck the haters. I don't care. I just say
like I haven't watched Ghostbusters Afterlife,
which is apparently not bad.
I don't know. All I've seen is like the shot in the Walmart of Paul Rudd looking at all the Baskin Robbins ice cream.
Oh God.
When the ghosts attack. And it just feels so Sony like shill.
Well, it is.
Sony is the worst at product placement.
Yeah, they are. Well, they're very blatant.
It's so blatant. The one that got me was Jumanji, the Jumanji reboot. You know the one I'm talking about? The Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah.
In the kids' room, the main kids' room, he has 2 posters for The Last Guardian. No one has a poster for The Last Guardian.
They didn't make posters.
Right.
That's
Not
funny.
even one.
That is funny. And nobody was excited about The Last Guardian.
No. People liked Shadow of the Colossus.
Well, so nobody was excited for The Last Guardian because it was announced in 2012.
Yeah, and didn't come out until like 2019.
Yeah. No. And was like basically canceled for that entire time.
Yeah.
And then they were like in 2017, they're like, we're coming out with it.
Yeah.
People are like, what?
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
And
nobody did care about that.
No.
Like,
it's another one that I've never actually tried. And well, now I have it because it was in the PlayStation Plus collection.
Well, again, so had it come out in 2016, maybe.
Yeah.
2015, definitely.
Yeah.
2019, no, and it was like middling.
Right, that's what I hear.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like an eco thing, which again would have been great. 2015.
Yeah,
could have really used that as a launch title. That would have been a great. It would have been a great launch title. 2013, 2014.
Sure. Instead of Knack.
I don't hate Knack.
I don't like Knack.
Knack 2, I think, is very playable.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have Knack 2.
Oh, it's good. Much better than Knack 1.
All right.
Knack 1 as a launch title was not the worst thing.
You know, it's got co-op coming up.
Knack
Pop Culture
2.
Partisans. Let's play Knack 2.
Yeah.
Co-op.
Yeah, you can watch us fumble our way through
Ice Snack.
yeah.
Ice is nice. I just remember that from the trailer.
Yeah, I don't know what I played a lot of it when we were at the video game store there. Back one that was.
Okay.
So I didn't care
that
for the
lines up.
story at all. I have no idea what the story's about.
He's a little cube goblin, you know.
Well, it was adjacent to Puppeteer for me.
I like Puppeteer.
Fucking love Puppeteer. One
Puppeteer's
of my
awesome.
favorite games of all time.
Super underrated.
Extraordinarily. And I kind of lump those together. So I may be thinking that I liked it more than I actually did.
Knack has like 2 punches and a kick.
Yeah.
That's his only combo.
Puppeteer, on the other hand, for the PS3.
Puppeteer's fucking awesome.
I don't know if I've played a game like that I like more.
Yeah, sure.
So fucking good.
It's fucking good.
I want an HD remake of Puppeteer.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I want it on current.
Yeah.
But because the PS3, all those games are stranded.
Well, yeah, until the PS6.
Well, we'll see. You know, so did you hear like they're finally bringing the PS1 classics to PS5?
Are they?
Yeah.
About time.
With the new PlayStation Plus version that's launching next week.
Yeah, that you can't really find information about.
Yeah.
That they sent out the email and they're like, it's changing, but fucking slow your roll if you're trying to find details about it. Yeah. I was ready to cancel my PlayStation Plus subscription because of that.
Did you see the stuff about the PS1 game? So it's already launched in Asia.
Okay. And
the PS1 games are the PAL versions.
The fuck?
Yeah, they're all running at 50 frames a second, which does not fit onto a 60 hertz screen. So like they're all running like really terrible. Like the screen's all tarry and like every game runs slower. Like that's just how they fixed it for PAL regions.
I don't like that.
Like some games are running at literally 25 frames a second.
No, stop it.
Like Ape Escape or whatever. Yeah. All the PS1 games are the PAL versions.
Dumb.
It's so dumb. So dumb.
Oh, did you see that the Puppeteer creator wants to make a sequel?
Hell yeah.
There are
make it happen.
Many stories to be told. From pushsquare.com, they say releases a PS3 exclusive 2 months before its bigger and better brother hit the market. The PS4. Puppeteer didn't get the attention it deserved. The title from Sony Japan Studio was a stunning platformer, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Having just helped to put out Demon Souls on PS5, Gavin Moore thinks there are still stories to be told from the world of Puppeteer. That's pretty cool.
I'm about it.
Responding to a fan on Twitter asking for a remaster of the original game, Moore reveals his growing interest in a follow-up title. I'd rather do a Puppeteer 2. There are many stories to be told. Cool. Right. Do you think there's a market for it with Sackboy though?
Well, Sackboy didn't really sell that well. The new Sackboy game, Sackboy's Day Out.
Yeah, but that's basically this game. Sort of. I mean, they're in the same genre ish.
Yeah.
You would
personally, I think the puppet is more likable than Sackboy.
Yeah. Yeah. Sackboy's kind of a dick.
Sackboy's kind of a dick.
He's just
by the way, that is the worst character name.
Yeah, Sackboy.
Sackboy.
He's just kind of unlikable.
Boy Sack Stay Out.
Yes.
Sackboy's Big Ballin'.
Yeah. I mean, we could make a Puppeteer too.
Yeah. Make it in Dreams.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah. Unity.
Have you seen like the Dreams? Like,
yeah.
Dreams is such a fucking weird thing.
Yes,
speaking of Sackboy, that's a media molecule. They're a weird fucking developer. All right, let's.
Anyways, do
you want to get food?
Yeah, it's fucking. We're done with
this.
Let's
go. All right, bye everybody.
Bye.
We're gonna go get food probably.